Welcome back, netizens. We are here with some breaking news. Looks like the mineral deal between the United States and Ukraine is going to be happening. Let's go to the
The
BBC
last
and
hour,
check it out.
Ukrainian officials have said a deal has been reached between Kyiv and Washington on the joint exploitation of Ukraine's mineral resources. Now, the country is rich in oil and gas, as well as raw.
Well, the United States is rich in oil and gas, so we don't really need that. Let's see what else they got
materials,
here.
as this map shows.
It's got a nice little map here. I like how there's red spots on the map and no red in the legend. Also the gray. What is the gray? There's no gray in the legend. I think we can all safely assume the territory that Russia controls is going to stay under Russian control. Thinking we're mostly after that lithium, titanium, and yeah.
Full details haven't yet been made public of the deal, but an agreement could be signed later this week and have consequences for the war with
Okay. No details. That kind of sucks.
Russia. Donald Trump says President Zelensky might travel to the White House this Friday. Well, in a moment, we'll speak to James Waterhouse live in Kyiv, but first to Gary O'Donoghue.
All right. Wow, that guy's eyes are fucked up. Holy shit.
Who's in Washington. Gary, has Donald Trump got what he wanted then?
Well, we were told yesterday by the president that this deal was close, and that turned out to be true. It seems that the I's have been dotted and the T's have been crossed. We don't know much about the detail. President Trump has said already that this could be worth, billions.
This is good. I mean, if we're gonna get our money back, that's good. I really wonder which one of these guys' eyes actually works. Is it the one that's barely open, or the one that's like falling out of his head?
Of dollars to the US, and an important part of his request. And he said just in the last few minutes, Clive, that he expected the deal to be signed later this week.
I hear that he's coming in.
All right, let's hear from Trump. Let's hear what he has to say. Sounds like Zelensky's coming.
Friday, certainly it's okay with me if he'd like to, and he would like to sign it together with me, and I understand that's a big deal, very big deal. And I think the American people, even if you look at polling, they're very happy because, Biden was throwing money around like it's cotton candy, and it's...
Okay. I'm sorry, but who throws cotton candy around? That is throwing it around like cotton candy. It's good candy. It's the greatest candy, some say. Yeah, hopefully we get some of our fucking money back. And
it's a very big deal. Look, it could be $1 trillion deal.
Now, we don't know exactly what President Trump has given in terms of security guarantees, which are a key part of Ukraine's ask, and we don't know how much of a share of those resources going forward.
This has nothing to do with the end of the war. This is paying us back for the money we've already given them. So, their security, they want into NATO so bad, but that's never going to happen. They're never going to get the territory in the East back, and they're never going to be part of NATO. And prediction, mark it down, I'm going to say the EU is going to break down before Ukraine gets accepted into it.
That the Americans will have either, and of course none of this can happen until the fighting is finished.
All right, Gary O'Donoghue live at the White House there. To you, James, in Kyiv. As Gary mentioned there, one of the key stipulations for Kyiv was some kind of security guarantee as part of this deal. Do you have any idea if that's part of the agreement?
Clive, I'm afraid I can't add to Gary's report there. We don't know any more details here on just what security guarantee.
Then why the hell are you here, James? What is the point? I have nothing to add. Then why are we even cutting to you? Probably because it's their Ukrainian correspondent. But wow.
Ukraine has secured from this apparent agreement. Now, you're right. This is what Ukraine has wanted. It has wanted America to be interested in its vast natural mineral resources in exchange for security guarantees. So boots on the ground, ammunition, weaponry, financial
The color of that water, it looks healthy.
support to prevent Russia from invading again.
So this is what a lithium mine looks like. This is what's supposed to save the environment, is by
After
destroying it
a ceasefire
through
is
lithium
signed,
mines.
after Russia keeps hold of the fifth of Ukraine it has taken so far. We are told by sources here.
Hopefully, American companies go in there and they do a better job of mining. That looked pretty rudimentary.
That the terms of this deal are much more favourable. So you'll remember that Donald Trump said he wants access to $500 billion worth of Ukrainian minerals, a figure that's been disputed in these parts. That has now been dropped. And we must remind ourselves of the hostile back.
He just said this deal's probably worth $1 trillion. That's actually double 500 billion, so we're coming for more. We're coming for all of it. Your minerals will be ours.
Backdrop, where Donald Trump has accused President Zelensky of being responsible for Russia's invasion, falsely labeling him as a dictator. It's been incredibly hostile. And now we have this apparent area of agreement. And the hope here is this. If America has agreed to this deal, then it gives it a stake. And if it has interests to defend, then that might equate to military support to enable to Ukraine to exist after a
There's not going to be any military support. Good luck.
ceasefire is signed.
Indeed. All right, James, good to see you. James Waterhouse there.
Alrighty, guys. That seems like all they have on the deal so far. Not very many details, just that it's going down Friday. So look forward to a video coming out Friday.